Okay, good morning. You're watching Citizen AY. Uh, Good morning. You're watching Citizen AY. We are on multiple broadcasts. Citizen AY is both simultaneously on Oduduwa TV Radio and on Citizen AY on YouTube. We're going to be recording this straight for obvious reasons to make sure you have the information. Earlier today, the police are still on the one day after the 20 remembrance of 20th October 2020 when they killed all the NSAS. A day after that, at Nnamdi Kanu court, they wouldn't allow people to go into court to see him. Showore was one of the people prevented from going to court to see him. This is all terrible things that's going on. I will play a video to you shortly. 1 second, please. I'm going to play you a video. You will see the video shortly, and in the video, you will see what happened at court. Courtesy of Punch and other people, this was a broadcast earlier on, but it's important to bring the context into it. So I will play in the video, and I might go quiet or I might go off the screen myself, but I want you to watch. Good morning to you. Terry Malade, Oduatide, good morning to you. So we're just giving you updates as much as we can on what is going on and what is really happening. We're doing a simultaneous broadcast on both Oduduwa TV Radio and Citizen AY at the same time. So please do share when you get this podcast. So here goes. This is what the police are doing. We are in a police state, by the way, in case you are not aware. We are in a police state. The police state is where the police and the army can do as they please. They can kill anybody, they can harm anybody, and they believe that they will not face justice. And that's why we're saying we are not in a democracy. Everything, what you're about to watch now is to confirm, is to give you clear evidence that we are in a police state and not a democracy. So here goes.
And the security operatives have gone after them, and one of them, they fought a patrol bomb with one of them. Yeah, he's chaotic now, and everywhere is still intense. Journalists were those behind they helped security operatives to arrest those hoodlums, and they discovered petrol bombs with most of these hoodlums. If not for journalists, this would have been done. So they've arrested about 5.
So they discovered people, hoodlums with petrol bomb on them, obviously sent by the government. That's what you're hearing. Let's listen on.
5 of the hoodlums who came here to attack Moyele Showeri.
Obviously sent by the government.
So journalists have been sent away from this end. People are being The journalist has been injured.
You see her coming out.
The journalist has been injured. The journalist has just been injured. Sorry.
Can you see the police are harming citizens and they're talking about ID card? We are in a police state. I keep telling you, we are in a police state.
So some minutes ago, the hoodlums were conveyed. Atmosphere has changed. It's becoming more tense after the arrest of those hoodlums attempted to attack Omoyele Showeri. in presence of the security operatives. They came in about 5 cars as we gathered. They came in about 5 cars as we gathered. One of the car has been confiscated and is being towed right now. Has been towed away right now. About 5 persons were arrested, and one of them was found with a petrol bomb.
They found one with a petrol bomb in it. These are obviously government-sponsored people, just like the Boko Haram.
Like I earlier said, it was the journalists that were being harassed earlier that called the attention of security operative to the hoodlums that came about. Okay, that came earlier to attack the activists. Now about 5 of them were arrested, and why many ran away. So they've taken them away. So that's the situation of things now. It's a bit calm for now. A moment ago, the whole place was rowdy. Some minutes back, the place was rowdy. But now, security operatives are now more alert. You see, most of them have returned back to their positions.
We may be going live.
More alert. They are dragging someone there.
As we speak.
Let's see if I
so I'm working on that as we speak. Thank you.
Somebody is carrying over there. Whoa, go now. There's someone being harassed there. Will be restricted to a particular spot. Oh, somebody's been dragged and is yelling, is crying for help. Is crying for help. That's just a bundle into a patrol van.
No comment for now. I told you, no comment for now.
Sorry.
Here
we go. So, okay.
I don't want to say anything here.
So let's see what's going to happen. We're just waiting for the information to come, and then we can give you as much update as we can. It's not easy. We are telling you these are evidence of the fact that we are
the actor has come out to say he has no comment right now on up until a judgment is given, he doesn't have. You can see him living now in his car with some of his supporters and friends and family members. He's stepping out of the special court now here in Ikeja.
This is a Punch carrying this news, and we're streaming it with you and Citizen AY on both
opened up to her mom in the end
simultaneously.
and told her mom what happened.
Thank you very much.
Even though that didn't happen for a very long time, but that they took the minor for 4 tests: hepatitis test, pregnancy tests, HIV tests. Okay, we're trying to see if we can get one of the lawyers to speak to us right now.
Nípa ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọdún méje sẹ́yìn nípa pé tọ́mọ ẹni pé wọ́n fi ìjẹta fi kí ó fi kọ́kọ́rọ́ já ìdí òun then àti ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọdún ìpínlẹ̀ 2021 wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe ìwádìí wọ́n ṣe àwọn ìwádìí nínú bí ní ti àyẹ̀wò àwọn ti dókítà tó lórí iṣẹ́ ọlọ́dọ̀ wọ́n ṣe àyẹ̀wò lórí àdúgbò ara ọmọ yẹn àti àwọn àyẹ̀wò ẹ̀kọ́ sí àwọn kan tó ń pèsè.
Sir, can you help us in English, sir? Can you help us in English?
No, no,
Sir, please can you translate in English, sir?
Sir, can you help us with English?
Sorry, they're talking about something else. We're trying to unfollow, so we beg your pardon. But we'll come back to Nnamdi Kanu's one if it's not the same thing. But obviously, we're trying to give you as much information.
The prosecution brought their next witness, medical doctor, one Dr. Anyeka, who was to whom the police referred the child for medical or clinical examination of private parts. Based on the allegation or story of the complainant that the girl was defiled.
Okay, can you all hear me now? Sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
7 years ago.
Yes.
So a private part had to be examined or was examined by the medical doctors. There were a team of medical doctors that carried out the examination and we made out their findings and conclusions. So it was the findings and the conclusion that formed basis of their report, which now form.
If this is not related to Nnamdi Kanu case, we will come back to what happened earlier on. But this was a live broadcast that we saw on Punch, and we thought it was the same thing, but it isn't. So let's have a look at what's going on.
Okay, so what's the conclusion of today's sitting? The conclusion, yes. What's the conclusion from today's sitting?
No, there can't be conclusion yet. The proceeding was that the witness was examined to tender a report and we cross-examined her. So there can't be any conclusion yet.
What are your expectations for the next sitting, sir?
For the next sitting?
Yes.
No, the next
they have 3 more witnesses to call.
I believe the 3 witnesses will be the police.
So we're just following. I will come back. I'm trying to give you more updates, and I may move from this broadcast as soon as we get. I'm gonna go back to the. I promise you, we'll come back to the Nnamdi Kanu one. But let's just hear for a few minutes.
What's your name, sir?
You can hardly hear him.
No, there can't be conclusion yet. The conclusion will be the judgment.
Very low.
The finality of the case will be the judgment, which will be determined by the court.
Okay, please, can you tell us your name, sir?
I'm Kayode Olabioro.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Baba Jesha. Sorry, this is to do with Baba Jesha case. So we're gonna go back. Sorry, I thought it was to do with.
There you have it. The case, like I said earlier, has been adjourned to the 5th of November and
let's go
the
back.
12th of November next month. That
was to do with Baba Jesha. So I do beg your pardon. I initially thought that was to do with Nnamdi Kanu's case, But let's that's the Babadiasha case, so we're gonna pull away from that. Let's go back into what we're doing before.
So I said delete. Now life I did do. So you want now? Then you go transmit for people. Say we
no. Here we go.
Arrest.
There is a live broadcast I'm going to bring to you straight away. Sorry about this. I'll be bringing a live broadcast to you in a due course shortly.
So they just arrested one of the hoodlums.
So let's hear the update.
No, we don't know actually. We don't know the person that was.
National embarrassment.
Okay.
This is a shame on the operator of this country. There is no judiciary.
So why do you think?
This is the pocket.
So why do you think there is no judiciary in the country?
Because CJ is not talking, MPA is not talking. Lawyers are prevented from going to court. So what do you think? Lawyers are prevented from.
We'll come back to that. I'm going to just do this now. Let's go to the updates now. Our latest update, as you can hear it from. Let's hear it now.
Right. So can we have an idea about these charges that have been put against
The volume is very low, so do bear with us. We're trying to get as much information. I don't think the volume is very, very low there. So we're trying to cover it as much as we can. Let's watch on. I do beg your pardon. Sometimes I can do it.
I also mentioned the power of father and prevented from
so let's carry on. Let's just watch for a few bit more minutes. So we don't know. We're not too sure.
Don't worry.
So sorry. Apologies if the news seems to be a bit fleeting and we're moving in between in and out. But we're trying to get as much information as we can to make sure you are aware of it. We're doing this on YouTube. Please don't forget to subscribe to Citizen on YouTube. And of course,
Crowd. You want spoil? And they come out, they go. They just go.
To summarize some of the things where in talk say would like to disclose some of the details where would like to disclose.
Babe. Your cable. Cuckoo, I'll deal with you. Cuckoo, I'll deal with you. How far now? I know the stuff when I sit outside, I tell you. We're not different. Nothing I hear.
How are you?
subscribe to the Decry Radio so that you see what's going on. Thank you. So we're gonna carry on. Apologies for the volume being low, but just bear with us. We're trying to give you as much information as we can across both platforms. Sometimes you do have as I said, we are following things from behind the scenes here and trying to give you as much information, but they're talking about the Nnamdi Kanu case. The volume is very, very low, we can hardly hear it. we're streaming across two platforms simultaneously, Citizen AY on YouTube, and of course, Operatives on YouTube. Support.
Chairman, let's go and come down now. Let's go and come down.
Because of this kind of thing that we go,
Thank you, Mr. MC.
denying Nigerians from moving around, denying lawyers from going to court, denying citizens of Nigeria from enjoying freedom of movement, just because they claim that here you can afford a pedophile and an evil terrorist. I mean, is it not laughable? Is it not laughable? The reason why
You can hear the lawyer saying that they're not allowing people to. We are not in a democracy. We're not. It's a lie. Anybody telling you we're in a democracy, tell them to come and discuss it on air, and we'll give you interviews. What you see, they're not allowing people. So whatever wasn't allowed to go in, others were not allowed to go in to see them. That is evidence that we are not in a democracy.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Is another savior. Sunday is another savior. Nnamdi Kanu is another show. So let's carry on. 1 minute. Don't worry about that. So this is our hero. You can see him here. The hero is there. Nnamdi Kanu. That's the hero. Don't fear. We mustn't fear. He is our hero. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy,
Party!
The Lord has saved you.
Let's go back.
Well done, sir. Please, can you address us?
So we are watching. I'm showing you all good afternoon to you all. Those of you, good morning. We're still morning in the UK. Good morning to you all. Yeah, so we're giving you updates as we're getting it. So we're gonna continue. So so you can see that there's a lot of people who are behind this. So good morning to you. So obviously there's a lot of holy.
So tell him that we're not supposed to have this audio.
Okay, we may have to switch our
Okay, these now the supporters of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of proscribed group IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, so these now some of the supporters of Nnamdi Kanu, and immediately they adjourn the case. They just rush down here, begin the and begin to sing a solidarity song. So now many of them they hear with this. Okay, many of them don't come here to show solidarity for the IPOB, the proscribed IPOB leader.
Let's see what's going on.
They say that waiting government they do. At some point then they watch keenly, and that's why they come here. Solidarity.
So we're just trying to give you information.
So now the number of young boys, many of them, they chant solidarity song, and they now their leader. So now waiting they come here to show their support for the case where they happen for the court today, and also to express their displeasure on top how then they handle and already they talk with that.
No election in Anambra State.
See, so now let's hear. We're gonna hear a little bit like what is I'm just gonna pause this. You will hear Shewore talking now. I'm just going to pull everything across the screen so you can all hear it. Let's see.
Nigeria, and even if it is happening, even in the future of Biafra, if you have it, don't accept anybody to rub mud on your dignity. Never. This is the reason why I refuse to be intimidated. Yes. I was told today by them that I don't have a case in court. I told them for as long as my brethren have a case in court, as long as Igbo men are persecuted, yes. As long as Yoruba people are persecuted, I am persecuted. Yes. As long as Kanu is persecuted, I am persecuted. Yes. Don't tell me that I don't have a case in court. You have a case in court. Yes. So let me tell you finally, do you know the people who really have a case to answer? Are you? Yes. When the trial shall start, it will be in the open. Yes. And there will be a lot of tears. Yes. Yes. All of this will end in tears. Yes. Amen. Yes, amen. This
So we are.
So it has.
So you can see, I'm gonna bring a bit more information together.
So it has become a carnival-like atmosphere here. We have the Ogene people with the Ogene song. They are here.
So we're gonna try and bring as much as we can to you.
With songs.
Don't forget that's Nnamdi Kanu in the picture there. So that is the man of the hour, obviously, the man that we are. Let's hear the other piece here.
So it's a carnival-like atmosphere here. Supporters are drumming, dancing, and singing to show support for their leader, Nnamdi Kanu.
Something's gone wrong.
Okay, if you just did join us, this now the BBC live broadcast from the. I know we accessed this place earlier on because of security presence.
Let's do this now. So we're back. Let's just watch first. You're watching it live now.
And we have
So just continue to
the banner. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. Free Nnamdi Kanu. That's what is being inscribed on this banner.
So you're watching it live. We're trying to give you as much information as we can. That looks like the brother of Nnamdi Kanu actually. I'm gonna get this video out. Ezu must fall. Ezu must fall. Ezu must. I know that I'm just not feeling. I'm not able to feel. I would be out there.
So these are supporters.
This is in me. We can't be quiet. Listen.
Supporters of Nnamdi Kanu have taken over the court premises, singing solidarity for their leader, Nnamdi Kanu. You find them everywhere in the court premises, singing and dancing in solidarity with their boss, with their leader, Nnamdi Kanu.
Look at the police. You see? Look at the police there. The police are in that building.
So they are shouting. They are still singing. Right now they are singing in Igbo language.
So I'm going to leave it there for a minute. Let's stick like this for a while.
What they are saying is that Nnamdi Kanu is their savior. And these people are singing the song wholeheartedly. say something now you what are you here for?
I came all the way from Abuja because of the case I know the message. Now I get Nnamdi Kanu.
Why do you believe Nnamdi Kanu is your leader?
I totally believe in him. Not just a leader, but he is truly a savior. He took me from the hand of the Fulani caliphate. He came to save me from the hand of the Janjaweed. He came to save me from the hand of the people. With my Lord and personal Savior. I totally believe in him.
What do you make of being tried by the government?
So, yeah, this is we are not in a democracy. We're not.
What is against the fundamental human rights?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. What is your name? So, where did you come from?
Ezu must fall.
This is one of the supporters said he came from Abia, all the way from Abia down to Abuja.
Wow, very much so.
In solidarity with
you're watching
Nnamdi
watching
Kanu.
from
So,
on Citizen.
I was also look for other supporters to see if I can speak with them.
Take the opportunity to ask you to subscribe to us. So, those of you on Citizen AY, please don't forget to get your friends and family and to subscribe to us on Citizen AY. And your help really does matter, and your support is very, very important in this. And of course, not forgetting those who are on Abuja TV radio as well, both on YouTube. Please subscribe to us. Very, very important. So thank you very, very much. We're really grateful and so appreciative of your support. So
singing solidarity song, expressing belief in their leader. I just spoke with one who said he came from Abia to show support for Nnamdi Kanu.
We must all support Nnamdi Kanu. We must support we must support Oloye Sunday Igboho. We need to support them. They are all speaking up for the rights of the people. And we mustn't be silent. Let's listen.
Why I came here is because of my brother, Nnamdi Kanu. He's my brother. I can't deny him.
Where did you come from? Are you based in Abuja? You came from Enugu to show support for Nnamdi Kanu. Well, why do you have so much belief in him for you to have traveled down from Enugu down to Abuja?
With him, everything is possible for people. He's the only man who brings light to us. And he's the only man who brings future to us. Without him, no Nigeria. With him, Biafra. With him, Biafra. Without Biafra, no Biafra. No Nigeria. Without him, no election.
What do you make of this trial? As the government is trying for court, what do you make of it? You say next year.
So we are all watching live Punch TV, but obviously we're bringing a few things here. Here's a picture of our hero.
And nothing will make this Biafra to not come to end. It must to come. And nothing this country will make to stop it. There's nothing I can do to stop it.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. I came from Enugu. I just spoke with one that said he came from Aba. People who have come from various places in the southeast
so we can
to show support.
The main man is, of course, Nnamdi Kanu, that you can see in the picture above.
For their leader, Nnamdi Kanu.
We want you to
the lawyer is about to address the supporters right at the moment. The lead counsel of Nnamdi Kanu is about to address the supporters here. So let's see if we can pick.
Order, please. Order, please.
Let's hear. So we're gonna hear the lead counsel. Let's listen now. Yes. Akishola Henry, yes, Ezu must fall. Ezu must fall. Ezu must fall. Ezu must fall. I do apologize. I'm not able to be fully. I'm just able to give myself time. I'm doing what I can. I want to be cautious and but nonetheless, as you can see, my commitment to this is total. Whatever happens, we have to go for Yoruba Nation, Biafra Nation, Middle Belt Nation. We have to go for it. So he's speaking, but we can't hear him. The lead cancelled, by the way. So we're gonna try and make sure we get back to you. I'm looking for other ways in which can give you that information. So So please don't continue to subscribe to us on Citizen AI on YouTube. Subscribe, give us a thumbs up.
The lead counsel for Nnamdi Kanu is addressing the supporters, and what they are saying now, they're speaking in Igbo language, and I think it's trying to assure them of their effort, what they've been able to do, and what transpired in court today. I will try to look around for our supporters. Okay, I have one of the supporters there. You also tell us why he's here today. Can you tell us why you are here? In English, pidgin.
My name is Mazin Chenna.
Okay.
I'm here, High Court Abuja, live. So there is true, Nnamdi Kanu is live. Like this court today, I see him. That way they do that. Nigeria police and Nigeria Army, DSS, never allow people enter court to see everybody around this High Court Abuja. And I thank God for everything. I don't make the on 10th of November. Judges and the court.
So, where have you come from to show support to him?
I come from Anambra State.
Now, Broadway from Anambra to show. So, who is Nnamdi Kanu to you? Why do you have this confidence in him?
I'm happy and I love Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is the savior of your Igbo land.
So, is that why you've come all the way from Anambra to support him?
Yes, I'm full supporter as from 2014.
You support him since 2014? Wow.
There's one time I'm saying to that I'm shout to see me, to see my people. I see this for life.
So we are watching. You're watching this
I've there been anytime
Dudwati Radio
a regret
on YouTube and of course on Dudwati Radio on Citizen AY on YouTube. Both of them. We might share this one on Facebook, but it's just what we can do right now. We're trying to get as much information as possible. So let's see what happens.
Illegal.
Okay, thank you very much. This is one support. Okay, another supporter. Your name and where you came from. Where you come from?
Okay, my name is Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay, where did you come from? Lagos to show support. Why did you travel that far to this side?
Because is somebody that needs to be followed up. Somebody that needed to be supported in everything that we do. Simply because we see the way the country is going. Everything that will happen in the country, Nnamdi Kanu has this right in his hand. Nnamdi Kanu is the man that is telling us the truth about this country. Nnamdi Kanu is the one that has created the life of everybody in this country. It's not only about people, we're talking about the whole Nigeria entirely. We're talking about liberation of mindset, about the behaviors of people. It's only Nnamdi Kanu that tell us the truth about everything that's going on in this country. If not, everybody could have lost.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Every youth of this nation, the outside middle belt, You can see the way the country is going. Everything is lost about this country. But this time we have every youth in this country to know that without freedom, we are not going anywhere. Because the politicians, they have so much deceived us. They have so much used the youth of this country, destroyed the future of the youth of this country. So that is why we decided to support him and let him do. What is he saying? He's talking about freedom. He's talking about referendum. He did not carry gun. He did not carry cutlass. He only said he was only talking about freedom, referendum. That some people are carrying guns. They are in the forest killing people. Nobody is talking about that. He's not saying his mouth. And they held hostage in the prison. They kidnapped and put in the prison. That is why we are here in Abuja today. But I came all the way from Lagos because I know what he's doing and because he has created everything.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. So supporters there are still singing and drumming in solidarity for their detained leader.
So it's very good to see. Please, those of you watching, if you're watching us on Citizen AY, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the subscription button, hit notification button, and of course give us a thumbs up. Very, very important. We appreciate you. It's a simultaneous broadcast on both Ojuwati Radio and Citizen AY at the same time. But please, we do need your support. Thank you, and thank you again. Okay, we go. So there's a discussion now. Let's have here.
I don't know why. No. You can see the appointment, everything, because of that issue. Nobody. And he wants very dangerous wicked man.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you so much.
Sir, this one is live. So okay. Sir, your name, sir?
My name is Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay. One of the
lawyers for Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay, can you just tell us what happened in court today?
Well, what happened in court is that the matter was supposed to come up for hearing, but the Ministry of Justice filed what they called an amended charge yesterday. On our own term, we have filed objections to those charges because we felt and believed strongly that those charges cannot hold up in any way. So on that basis, we filed objections to those charges, and the court has adjourned the hearing of those objections to the 10th of November, 2021.
10th of November, 2 weeks from now.
Meanwhile, Nnamdi Kanu has been ordered to remain in DSS custody for purposes of securing his safety. So as it is now, Nnamdi Kanu is taken to DSS office, and today we're also going to see him there to assess situation. But the rest assured that on the 10th of November, our application to quash these charges will be heard by the police.
Can you tell us some of the new charges?
Well, apart from one of them is that Nnamdi Kanu, one of them is that they claim that Nnamdi Kanu, while in London, was insulting the president and calling the president an idiot, a pedophile, and an evil terrorist. That is one of the charges they have against Nnamdi Kanu. So, and some of these things, in fact, virtually all of it are issues that happened in London. None of these incidents happened in Nigeria. So we have looked at it, and we strongly believe that London is not within the jurisdiction of Nigeria.
Okay, will family and members be allowed to see him now?
Yes, family can see him, and friends can see him. Lawyers have been seeing him. So as it is now, before the order of court was that only 2 persons can see him, his lawyers. But as it is now, it has been expanded beyond that.
Okay.
Apart from the lawyer, friends can also
okay, so under pressure.
Thank you very much, sir.
We need to put more pressure.
Yes. Okay. So that is one of the counsel of Nnamdi Kanu. Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are watching on Operatives Radio and Citizen AY simultaneously. We're trying to give you as much information as we can. Here we go.
It's a very simple thing. Done.
It looks like Nnamdi Kanu might be his brother. Looks like somebody a relative of
So that was the junior brother of Nnamdi Kanu.
You see, junior
Let me
brother.
see if I can still
Yes.
get him.
I thought so. You see, I thought it was his brother because it looked similar to him. That's his junior brother.
Hello, sir. Sir, from Punches Paper, sir. He has declined comment as Nnamdi Kanu junior brother. According to what I was told, was unable to grant me access. I was unable to have access to him. So we still have his supporters still here. Well, according to what we heard from the lawyer, one of the counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, he said the case has been adjourned till 10th of November. And he said now, like before, that if the access has been increased, like before it used to be 2 that have the opportunity to see him, but he said it has been expanded, that some family and friends can see him. But he said for security reasons, it was still Nnamdi Kanu will still be kept at the DSS facility. And he said some cases, some of the part of the added charges, the federal government slammed against Nnamdi Kanu. He said they have also filed a counter case against it too, and he said hopefully by November 10 things should get underway. That will be all from my end. Do have a lovely day.
So let's just pull away from there. Let's get another one for you again. We'll pull away from there briefly. Let me just bring myself on screen. Let's hear what this lawyer has to say. There might be something.
Did they file now? Did they flag? Did they flag now?
Hulu or keep any tata. Okay, Hulu keep it game tata. Banyele.
Don't let you all mask your man now.
And I'm near the case.
Who know the energy of Fianya? Garaja Fianya.
Mambuzima de Bon,
Mambuzima de Bon, how we can carry the money. Come on, I'll be free, Fianya. You got me meeting. I had out when I never because of the
actually, did not specifically tell DSS
what onion agent affair na DSS. Okay, one of DSS na so na meta me back on. Okay.
Yabo uli bana bataha be sanwunu nyesika body aga na ulongoro.
Uli besika de be go dey ba on. Makana every adu uno ngoro ga na post correctional center. Na na atu egwu no nwe ndị ya emi ihe ọjọọ na ebe ahụ. Uni be weso oke maka security nke ya, maka nchedo nke ya. Ya ka nọrọgo ebe ọ nọ. Ebe ọ ya mebi fe bịa fe na ne no mara onye. Mana ịma na o jebe ebe ahụ onye ọ na nwere ike je fe. Ana ịmara onye bụ onye.
Mana ne nwere anwụrị maka otu ihe siga tata.
Yes, I think na otu ihe siga tata bidoro oke. Even though na ọ bụcharakwa ihe anyị chọrọ, mana we believe strongly na ọdụtụ mma karịa ka ọ dụbụ mbụ. Maka gịnị ọ bụrụ ọsịsọ lọya na-abanye na-eji afịa ụmụnne ya ndị ọyị ya ndị ikwu na ibe nwere ike ije afịa kịta. So it's an improvement to this to ihe anyị na-ekwu na.
Okay, we biko gwa anyị afa gị ewe niwe.
Afa mbụ na-emepe echefu.
Ya gazie. Daalụ.
Afa mbụ na-emepe.
Daalụ nwanne.
Achọ nke ya.
Ha mee gịnị? Biko ewe niwe. Dapụta ori sada nọ dọle back. Ọ ya gaa n'iru. Ụnọ bụ kemgbe ụtụtụ na o si na onye mbụ iso na onye mbụ bịa n'ụtụtụ taa. Gaalụ gaa n'ihu. Biko gwa anyị afa gị, gwa anyị otu obi dị gị maka tata.
Obi dị m obere mma. Obere mma. Chọrọ m na obere.
Afamobo Mazi Mwabueze Abuja. How can Monyamandoba on his suit LGA, Imo State, Biafra land? Basically, I'm about Arabia. So, to Tifa, I know go by Beratata. But Gekasima, Injina, Lakita, because I own Ndeba, Ndemwem, Mahama Sanaida Weber. Aqua Ninjike, Sanaibia. Now, ofu okpuru onye injina aka na ala wona afọ m onye ndu anyị n'anya taa na ndụ arụ dị mma arụ siri ike so ọwụ ife hụrụ n'anya m today kpara m obi ọma so that is how we are telling me
dalu biko kwa anya afa gị ọzọ
afa m Maazị Nwabueze Akụta
ya gazie nwanne
thank you
nwanne ihe m chọrọ ka ikwu okwu na oge nwa bụ onye izizi bịara ebe a n'ụtụtụ ka ọ na-akụ elekere ọkara gafee elekere isi guzuzu ọ bịago ya esegwo m nke a na esegwo m ya mbụ oke gị nwa ji ya bịa ọ ya gaa n'ihu
eji m ozi ọma olileanya bịakwuru ndị Biafra High Court Abuja ebe anyị na-eme ka ha mata na olileanya dị na director gavana na iwe m bụ na ndị eze anyị gbara agba nkịtị pa politiks na ha ndị chọọchị agba politiks
anyị ga-apụta ime ebe a bụ ilu ụlọ ikpe gapụtagodo
enye anyị nkasi obi asị ndị na-ezere Chineke ozi ndị na-ezi ekwu eziokwu beto na-aha emezi ya n'ihi na njide ejide director onye isi o wutere m ọhịa eji gaa tie mmụọ nọ n'ala Biafra si na aga High Court kemgbe 2 weeks ka m nọ njem a sị na eme ihe ga-eme m abịa High Court taa abịala m chọọjị aka ise m n'isi ụtụtụ pụọ bịawazie nke abụọ tupu gaa afọ m oge ahụ pụrụ n'iwu the first arrest e mere taa ọmụmụ nwa nke this banner but n'ihi na njọfọ Biafra wee bịa afọrọ ha banner afọrọ ha ọfọm but akwa niile a sachara ya n'ala na-asị m gaba pịacha m osisi na-asị m nsachụwazie m ma ọjị ndị eji na-akpa isi mgbosi na-eji m ọjị wee bịa achọọla m ha ka isi mbụ nye ha mmanya gwa ha na eruteghị ebe anyị bịara anyị erute si ha bido ọrụ ha ebidokwela ọrụ.
Kedu obi dị gị maka otu esi gaa taa nkịta?
Obi dị m mma n'ihi na ekwere m na mmụọ dị kwerekwe na mmadụ dị peta na mmadụ ga-eme ka o ji bụrụ mmadụ mmụọ eme ka o ji bụrụ afọ m na egwu a na-agba na-ahụ egwu mmụọ bụrụ egwu mmadụ ọhịa eji chiri nwa obi
kọwala anyị ebe a na iji
eti m eke nwa ọhịa Biafra wee bịa ntị amadi ọha ọzọ wee bịa ndụkwa utumba wee bịa ihe omume atọ nji mana hapụ wee bịa n'ụtụtụ a gwakwara ha m tupu m eruo ebe a na isi mbụ onye isi mbụ a ndezi ga-enye nsogbu bụ ụmụnwa ụjọ abịawazie m si ha si ya m gawa ya bụ na ụdị ihe adịghị uche m isi na m amaghị ihe a na-ekwu obi esie m ike ndị polisi chụga nta karịrị taatị ofu onye chụgo m n'elu ugwu bido akpa m niile atagachichara m ya ego m
mana imechala gbafuo
emechara m oge ha jideziri m ntụghachi ahịrịle bupụta bana n'ihi na ọfọ nọ na bana ewepụta nwere ihe ọfọ nọ na bana ewepụtara ihe na bana maazị ya ihe ọ bụ ha sị m na mbụ native doctor na ha na-asọspekt m so m ga-ejikọ ohere a akpọọla m oke isi mbụ akpọọla m maka isi mbụ mepere m ihe a enyego m mmụọ ọka isi mbụ ha nwee rie ihe ewu nke abụọ ya ka m ga-ejikọ ohere emechikwere ikpere asị ha Chukwu okike abịa ma onye nsọ nke Izrel onye naanị ya bụ chi n'oge akara ka eruole ihe anyị nọ kịta awụ na desert ndị Biafra ga-ama na ya nọ na desert oge agwọ bido tawurusima ndị mmadụ ụfọdụ bụ ndị gara n'ihu ụfọdụ bụ ndị lara azụ ọkwa ihe anyị nọ kịta so ana m asịkwa mmụọ ndị so m wee bịa dịka ihe n'ukwu na-emekọrị ya ka o si wee dị Chukwu okike abịa ma nara ekele mmụọ nna ala Biafra nara ekele High Court Abuja nna sị unu mekelie ihe nkwere na nkwa ọ ga-adị n'oge ọ ga-adị na afọ ọ ga-adị na afọ ihe na-agaghị eme gị n'ọlị bụ maka anyị bụ mgbe ndụ wutiri a ga-anọ n'ihu agha mụ na gị ga-anọ n'ihu ọgwa ihe nnọ taa oke nwe ọhịa ekwuru ya ekwu otu a ka ọ dị ndị ọ nọ n'aka biko nna mmakwa ala Biafra aka merụ ka o si ihe ụfọdụ nke unu na nkwa ndị na-ata n'ogbe ga-ata anụ n'ogbe ekwu ukwu bụ gbaziri anyị ihe ọrụ a ị gaghị ata n'ibe takwa n'ogbe afọ ukwu na gị duru anyị n'ọrụ a ị gaghịkwa ata n'ibe takwa n'ogbe
ya mee
ndị na-ata na ibe agaghị m ekekọ ogige ọnụ nna wa afọ a n'aha Chukwu Okike abịa n'aha mmụọ n'ala Biafra na Nnamdi Kanu ihe agaghị eme gị ị ga-apụta n'ije a ihe ọsọrọ ndị ezu ha gbagharịcha ike mmụọ ka ike mmadụ ya wasting time ka ihe a ga-achịkwa n'ọchị a sị ya na egwu adịghị atụ ha betu ihe ha ji bịa kọtụ taa mmụọ pịara ha ụtarị kemgbe 2 weeks ọkụ nọ n'obodo a onye ga-ekpe ikpe ya bịa kpee ka mfụ ihe ọ ga-ekpe ndị na-ata n'ibelekọ na ọjọọ ụnụ ose ọjị n'aha gị ji ihere ọhịa ka bịawa Abuja anyị bịara ka o mee ka afọ ya n'anya ejidekwe m afọrọ m ya n'anya na egidere m
a na-agwọ
daalụ
iji ihere
nnọọ
ị gaghị eji iji ihere n'obodo a
so onye ọzọ chọrọ emechikwa m na nkata agwala
n'ụnwa bụ ndị akụkọ bịara ebe a udo dịrị n'ụnwa Chukwu Okike abịa ma gbaa n'ume
ise
je na ọlọnụ ma ndị niile bịara abịa agaghala n'udo n'ụkwa n'udo udo dịrị ụnụ ana m eji ọfọ na-asị na ọfọ Biafra ga-adịgide mmadụ agaghị ewepụ ya mmụọ agaghị ewepụ ya a ga-enye Chijewela n'aha Chukwu Okike abịa ma
ezigbo nwa Chineke.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Let's do a bit of a recap. Earlier in the day,
to substantiate the fact that the man was there. We saw photographs and Nigeria being what they are. And they are so desperate they can do just about anything.
So let's just mute this one for a second.
And that is...
I'm going to come back to you later on.
The videos you see now be Shatawale as the court finished.
Oh my goodness me. So anyway, we don't want to go into that now. That's another thing. We don't want to go into that right now. What we want to do is to go here. Let's see what they have now. Let's have a look. Sorry, beg your pardon. I'm just trying to make sure we listen to this.
What's the reason?
This is the one I want to earlier on.
I don't know for GSS.
Earlier on, we want to go back to this.
Because of one man, every other person has to go back. Because of one person, every other person has to go back. Okay? So where is the country? Where is the country? Where is the suffering? Where is the country?
Okay, thank you. So, one of the lawyers being denied access to the courts.
This is earlier on in the day.
Just made this voice known. Just,
the pressure was on the government to allow
just express his angst
family and friends and
that he was not allowed to go on with his case that he's having today.
Since this, but I'm bringing you the context. It's important you have that there.
So we've been confined to a spot right now. The action is going on at the other end, but due to the that's the situation of things here since right now.
We are in a police state. I
keep some minutes back, it was rowdy.
Nigeria is a police state. We are not a democracy, and I say that categorically.
Why journalists called the security operatives to do their work, to arrest people that kill hoodlums, suspected hoodlums, that means that word, that attempted to beat activists somewhere in Malaysia. Most of them came with patrol bombs. About 5 of them have been arrested and have been arrested. No thanks to the effort and the alertness of journalists who called on to the security of who called the attention of the security operatives to the airplanes. And they also a car also was also towed away, and they found about 3 different plate numbers, according to what we have been told. 3 different plate numbers and the boot of the car. So the car and the suspects have been taken away right now. So that's the situation of things here right now.
They don't respect your right as a human being. And that is why we are talking about this now. We're bringing it to your attention so that you are aware of just how bad things are. Beg your pardon, I'll bring it back a second. There we are. So you're watching it. You can see it.
Like I said, if not for the journalists who had been earlier harassed, most of the security operative would have allowed these hoodlums to go unpunished, unarrested. So journalists caught the attention of the security. As you can imagine, every security presence here, those journalists calling their attention are also helping with some details. These are journalists that were initially being sent away, being sent out,
I'm trying to bring it back,
being denied access
hopefully
to the court
screen
premises.
has somewhat frozen.
Right now,
I'm not quite sure what's going on there. We're trying to bring it back to you. Hopefully, let's try and see what I can do here. Okay, I think we're back. Okay, good, we're back. So beg your pardon. I'm just going to bring it back to you. There you go. Sometimes these things do happen, and you just have to make adjustments as and when. So, yeah, look, we are living in a police state. Don't let anybody tell you that we are in the democracy. We're not.
Good afternoon. If you are just joining us, this is Punch Live, and we are live at the Federal High Court in Abuja. So, yes, as you can see, we have an increase in the number of security operatives who are here. Security operatives who are here to make sure that things go on peacefully. So, a few minutes ago, we witnessed a little disturbance from some people believed to be government-sponsored hoodlums, about 5 in number, who came in with a petrol bomb and attempted to beat up activist Showore and some other journalists. They were arrested due to the help of journalists who made sure that the hoodlums did not escape. And during the arrest, some journalists were molested and harassed by operatives of the Nigerian police. So right now, things are calm. Everywhere is okay. The journalists are seated, and the security operatives are also keeping their distance from journalists. As of now, no one knows whether the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra is already in court. But there are words that he is in court, and it will be recalled that earlier on, journalists and some lawyers he's in court.
Yes, he's in court.
Okay, he's in court. You saw him?
We saw him, yes, he was wearing milk.
Okay, so these are some lawyers now, and they're just telling us that Nnamdi Kanu is already in court.
Yes,
okay, you saw him.
I saw him.
Okay.
You were allowed to go.
You were allowed to enter the courtroom.
No, we didn't enter the courtroom because they have a specified number of lawyers.
Okay.
That
5 lawyers.
5 lawyers.
Okay, but according to some lawyers, the court place is a public place that should be open to everybody. Do you think that the security operatives barring journalists and other lawyers and other members of the public from the country, do you think it is right according to the Constitution?
I don't know whether that's your fact because we were allowed to do it.
You were allowed to go in?
Yes.
We entered the floor, but we didn't enter the courtroom.
We didn't enter.
And we learned that 5 lawyers are allowed to be for him, which is very minimal. Okay. If not, there are many of us here who supposed to, if not directly in the matter, to give a solidarity appearance for him. Okay. So such number is very minimal. Okay. And it's not a proper.
You see his face? We saw his face.
Yeah, we saw his face. He's healthy and healthy.
He looks very healthy.
He looks
very smart.
Smart.
Was he allowed to talk?
No. He just passed into the court.
Your name, sir? Your name, sir? Hello.
Nnamdi Kanu, if you tell us how he be as Nasian.
Come here, sir. He looked very healthy and okay. So he passed and can't enter the courtroom.
So we are looking. Yellow, please. We're just trying to follow what's going on.
Yellow top and down.
Okay, Nasi na be lawyers we want to do solidarity. Which kind of why not they want to do solidarity?
So that we all
and how many
we are not in a democracy. It's very important we understand that.
Solidarity to be part of
let me just check 1 or 2 more things and I'm going along
because of what is
okay, so now we're going to do something.
So there is
carry on. I mean, we might not play to the end, but I'm trying to give you as much information as we can. You know?
what suffering people from
so we're just trying to work on that whilst we're doing this.
The way
it's very important we follow what's going on.
Nigeria, all of us know that in Nigeria today there is no seaport. Despite we have locations very close, not less than 15 nautical miles Atlantic Ocean, from Azumili and Ugu. So up to now, we don't have international airport. International airport is international flights.
Okay, now, so we just spoke to some lawyers who claim to have seen the leader of the separatist group, IPOB, in court. As you can hear, he said Nnamdi Kanu is in good state of health, and the lawyer also described the outfit which the separatist leader wore. Good afternoon. If you're just joining us, this is Punch Live, and we are live at the Federal High Court of Justice in Abuja. It would be for the arraignment of the leader of separatist group, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. It will be recalled that the Minister of Justice and the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami San, in June 2021 announced that the IPOB leader had been arrested and had been extradited to Nigeria and would be made to face the charges that the federal government has pressed against him. Some of the charges include felony, some of them include treason, and all of that. But since then, the DSS and the IPOB leader has been in the custody of the DSS. So there had been several court appearances, and the DSS have failed to provide the IPOB leader in court, much to the dismay of his legal counsel. But today, we're happy to tell you that, according to report, the IPOB leader is now in court. So a few minutes ago, we witnessed a series of disruptions from some individuals believed to be government-sponsored hoodlums who came around with petrol bombs and attempted to disrupt the activities going on outside the courtroom, bearing in mind that some journalists and lawyers were barred and harassed from the court premises. So the hoodlums were arrested due to the help of journalists who insisted and made sure that they pursued and arrested the hoodlums, as the security operatives were seen acting nonchalant towards arresting the hoodlums. So right now we are still outside the courtroom. We are still outside the court premises. We are trying to observe the situation, some things, bearing in mind that the court proceeding is going on peacefully, and also we also have right over there. We have activists of convener of a revolution now, Mr. Omoyele Showore, who came to the court premises.
That was earlier. This all happened earlier on. We'll just give you an update.
It was also meant to have been charged to court, but he had not received any notice from the court. So he came to check with the court registry and to check for his own date of arraignment. And according to him, he's also here to show solidarity to his friend and brother, Nnamdi Kanu. And a few minutes ago, he was harassed. He was also harassed and beaten by operative of the Department of State Services. So right now things appear calm and things appear normal, and we are hoping that we won't witness any form or any sort of disruptions. Thank you.
So those are the updates that we're getting there. Let's just see if there's anything I can provide to you. And as of course, that's Nnamdi in court, as you've seen in there. And we wanted to give you just as much updates as we can. Those of you watching, we're grateful for your support.
Please be on standby. Journalists, be on standby.
So.
See. Hoodlums.
You see?
Careful. Hoodlums, so be careful.
You see?
So we can also, as you can see over there, we don't know what is happening, but we see security operatives with a car, and we see certain individuals that are inside the car. We do not know where they are. Actually, right now, private vehicles are barred from coming to this court premises. So one can only wonder what these people are doing here. But then we see them holding we see them carrying footballs. We do not know why they are here, but you can see that they are currently being accosted by security operatives. Yes, as you can see, our security operatives are already accosting the individuals.
So we're going to leave this for a while. I'll let you watch that for a while.
And why they are
and
here.
I might join, but let's just watch. This happened earlier on. And I might just let you watch that for 10-15 minutes or so before we, there might be an update or so. So we're just following what's going on. Really, this was what happened earlier on. We are in a police state. I repeat, we are in a police state. The police walking around with guns and things against people. Who are they trying to hit? Who are they? This is we're not we're in a military junta. And we're not a democracy in any way, shape, or form. The evidence speaks for itself that lies before you. And I want you all to wake up and be aware of that fact and speak up to that, speak up about it. Let's not be silent. That's why we are going for Yoruba Nation, Biafra Nation, Middle Belt Nation. We demand a referendum. We're not accepting any.
So the security operatives are still with them. Like I said earlier, private vehicles are actually barred from patronizing this road. So one can only wonder why these individuals are here, but the security operatives are accosting them. So we have one of the vehicles. We have one of the vehicles, yes.
So thank you, very cool. Thank you, Jordan. Cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you, my sister. So thanks. Let me just put that and try and answer you directly. We are trying to give you, Joku. So try and give you, update on what's really happening. So. But you can see these are why we do what we do. Just in case we forget, that is earlier on. Nnamdi Kanu with his council. Now we've then been told he's going to be seen.
Okay, so if you are just joining us now, this is Punch Live, and we're live with activists Omo Yele Shure talking after this.
Or any other thing to discourage me.
Let's move in.
Under the military, when
what happened earlier on,
Babangida was in power, I was detained several times. I was expelled from the University of Lagos twice, but eventually the military was forced out of power. And Babangida today is practically wheelchair bound. The people who used to defend him in those days have all retired from the police and the armed forces. Some of them have died, but this country has continued. And when they left, we had the worst in the military. That was Sani Abacha. I cannot say that Sani Abacha is the worst. I think Buhari is the worst in the military. We're only lucky that he did not last longer than he lasted as a military head of state. But he has come back as the same brutal human being in a civilian uniform. And look at what he's doing to this country.
This appeared to not even appear. This is a targeted attack.
I was targeted. I knew they have last time. I knew the people that did it, and you can see what they did. They had instructions that when they come, they will allow them in, and I would not be allowed to go in. And the security men here, the DSS men here, were pushing me out back to them.
Okay, so were you happy with the arrest of the hoodlums?
That arrest you saw is a facade.
Exactly.
No arrest was made. They just trying to demonstrate some form of arrest because journalists here went into outrage. They probably have released them. If you go to their station now, they will have replaced them with, these are their own people. These are the people they use for this kind of jobs. They did this too.
Why?
They have always been targeting me directly since I started calling for revolution in 2019 in particular. That's the most recent period of targeted attack by the state. This is not the first time the state will do this to me. Right inside this country,
there you go.
The DSS, the lawless DSS, sent their agents to abduct me before a judge because he said I made some statement after I was granted bail. I was abducted in front of a judge. The judge ran away. She lost her shoe and her wig inside the courtroom. That's Justice Ijoma Ojukwu. I was returned back to the DSS headquarters and spent another 18 days after I'd been granted bail. Before that bail was respected, I spent another 1 month in detention. As a whole, I spent 5 months in DSS detention for calling for the right to have a better country.
So this is not new. After I was released, it was the reason they deliberately restricted me to Abuja, you know, so that I will be vulnerable to this kind of attacks. And when they discover that I haven't been that vulnerable, when they saw me one night in January of between December 31st of 2020 and January 1st of 2021, the police officer named Nnamdi Kanu saw me covering a protest and broke my nose. That's why you saw this nose bridge broken. And I spent 11 days in detention, accused of breach of public peace. Till today, they have not continued the case. But the magistrates that was procured also restricted me to Abuja for a second time.
Okay, sir. So you are a human rights activist,
yes.
And you know, for quite some time now, we've been having different calls for agitation from different groups, and we have seen that some of these groups who have been calling for, who have been agitating, calling for self-determination, they have been labeled terrorists by the federal government. So please, sir, what do you have to say concerning that? Do you think self-determination, agitation for self-determination, self-governance, do you think this is wrong?
It is not wrong, and it's not terrorism. But there's a general wicked application of terrorism laws, which actually emanated, unfortunately, from the United States after the September 11 attacks, when the US went haywire in labeling every act in the world an act of terrorism, even if you spoke on the phone in a manner that the US government was not pleased with. What the other nations of the world did was to lash on that global lacuna and start labeling any form of agitation terrorism.
Yeah, we're just coming out of the court proceeding.
What is good is that Nnamdi Kanu was said to have been brought to the court. That the Ohanese team, which came to observe the proceeding, was not allowed inside the court. For example, although I was there in person, there is still I should not be in with my delegation. And we have only ready myself, Igbo one, and the secretary of Igbo.
So we're just trying to check a few things, getting more updates for you. Beg your pardon.
You cannot enter.
I can go in alone, but I refuse to go in there.
Did they give any reason? Did they give any reason?
No, no reason. I think if, as far as I know,
Did you see him?
I wasn't in the court.
You were not in the court.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Like some of the pictures snapped with the brother.
Okay.
We were privileged to have it. But picture, but we did not see him.
You did not see him. You were not allowed to enter. You were not. So, are you happy with the situation on the ground?
No, let me answer you this one. I am happy because this situation must change. A new Nigeria is coming.
No.
In that Nigeria, we will have equal rights with the rest of the people. No, I'm a retired.
There is no thing as a new Nigeria, I'm afraid, my sir. I don't subscribe to new Nigeria. Let's carry on, watch a little bit more. I don't know what's going on here.
This country, especially for those from
there seems to be some sort of problem here. Beg your pardon.
The November 6th election. Go and see how successful it's going. Nobody's going to be killed from now on. And people should go en masse, vote according to their conscience. Even those who are getting money from everybody, collect all the money. Go and vote your conscience and vote massively for the people you want. God.
Thank you very much. So as you can see, according to the report that we heard from the head of the Ohanese Indigo, they were also barred from accessing the courtroom. So according to, you can hear the head of the Ohanese Indigo, who is telling us now that it was not even opportune to see the IPOB leader, as he was also barred from accessing the courtroom. It would be recalled that earlier on we said the security operatives prevented some journalists and lawyers from accessing the courtroom, and now we just spoke with the Ohanese Indigo. The Ohanese Indigo is a social apex cultural group for Igbos in Nigeria, and we just
remember
had the head
all
of the
this happened
Ohanese
earlier
Indigo
on,
tell
so
journalists
things
now
have changed.
that they
Now
were
people
also
can see
not
the family, so I will
allowed
give that
into
much,
the
but that was
courtroom
due to the pressure of
to
what
witness the
happened here. The
proceeding
fact that they
of the
wouldn't allow
IPOB leader,
families and
Nnamdi
everybody to
Kanu.
see Nnamdi Kanu, only the two legal counsels. Now they've widened that to everybody.
So the head of Johannes also told us that he is praying that a new Nigeria would emerge where people would be able to vote according to their conscience.
How can they ask us to come by 2 p.m.?
So we're just trying to.
As I speak to you now, the trial is going on. But the DSS refuse entering the court. We do not even pass this first gate. The press of both places, second gate. We've been outside. Very, very terrible. What type of situation is this? We thought this I mean, there will be justice. With this thing, are they going to be any justice? They cannot be any justice. What is happening?
Yes,
what
so it's dead since 2014. Yes.
Let me ask the present government headed by General Buhari.
Yes, so
what has Iboman done? When Zaki came for a trial, some of us came here because we believe in his cause. We supported him. They allowed us inside the court. The same thing happened to the Sultan, or what do you call it? Dasuki. We're all allowed. Nnamdi Kanu, nobody should not allow. They refuse to allow us inside the court. Why?
What's their reason? They didn't give any reason.
So we will be doing more and more podcasts and things.
No reason.
We are very keen to continue. We will come back and do a proper discussion on Louis and many others as well on this platform. We are building it, but
because
let's see what they say.
I go to the Nnamdi Kanu KGM trial. Coach will go. I have one night.
So good afternoon. If you are just joining us, this is Punch Live, and we are live at the Federal High Court in Abuja for the arraignment of the leader of a popular separatist group, the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And so a while ago, we spoke to the head of the Ohanese Indigo. The Ohanese Indigo is the social apex cultural group for Igbos in Nigeria. And the head of the Ohanese Indigo told us that he was not opportune to see the IPOB leader due to the fact that he, alongside his team, were barred from the courtroom.
These are the kind of things that we need to be putting out there to make sure people understand that we
so
are not in a
still
democracy.
Here live with the
now they suddenly rolled it back and you can go and do it because of the pressure. That is why what we're doing on the platform, the platforms like Citizen AY, Udiduwa TV Radio, Yomi Koriki, Simon Ekpa, and all that.
But it will not happen.
Here we go.
Very much in the future. The new Nigeria is coming. I keep saying it.
Yeah, well, no, sorry, I don't agree. There's no new
Nigeria.
We're going for Biafra, Yoruba Nation. We're going for the South.
Free and fair election in Anambra. No more blood flowing in Anambra. And the election will be free and fair. And if Anambra is free and fair, the 2023 presidency will be from the southeast.
Well,
and when it is, Nigeria changes. Things change. No more urban Tarakawas. No more Al-Majuris. Nigerian people will be confident and be able to feed their family. No begging. This is the new Nigeria that is coming.
Okay, what are your thoughts on this trial?
The trial, I'm very happy to begin with that the man Kanu was brought to the court. The first time I was
putting the picture of
we said 3 hours.
so you can
we didn't see him.
It relates to what we're saying.
But
we do
today,
appreciate you. Please subscribe
we
to
saw
Citizen
his
AY
picture.
on YouTube.
Those who went
very,
in
very
and came out
Let's give you
saw
the
him
remember
and told us that he looked well. So I'm happy, generally.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Thank
All
you.
Nigerians know that a new Nigeria is coming. There will be some kind of formation. You may call it third force, you may call it any kind of arrangement, but a new Nigeria is coming.
No, we don't want a new Nigeria. Before anything, we need a referendum.
Okay, so
I disagree. I fundamentally disagree. I fundamentally disagree with Ohaneze Indigbo on this one. There's no third force. The people's voice must be heard via a referendum. We don't want any backroom deals. We're not interested. We don't want we want a referendum. There we disagree fundamentally. I'll say that now. Because when you go and agree that without any the participation of the people, this is where they will come with all the trickery. We don't want any more of that. A referendum must take place. We state that categorically. I'm stating that here. Let's watch on.
Assured us that a new Nigeria is imminent, where nobody will be marginalized, irrespective of their tribe or race. Thank you very much.
So let's watch.
So if you are just joining us, we are at court in Abuja for the arraignment of leader of the separatist group, the indigenous people of Biafra.
So we are doing everything we can to bring this to your attention. So this is a simultaneous broadcast.
So as you can
won't see it on Facebook.
We still have
because,
security operatives who are still around trying to make sure that
on YouTube.
The trials
that is where we believe things will work. We'll still be on Facebook
to make sure that the situation outside
important information like this you will always get it first on YouTube via both Oduduwa TV Radio and Citizen AY. In many cases, it will be simultaneous, and we'll be doing things as we're doing from here on. But I do appreciate you all. We appreciate your support. We appreciate that you being part of this. The struggle and your
good afternoon if you're just joining us. This is Punch Live and we're live at the Federal High Court in Abuja for the arraignment of the leader of a popular separatist group, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. It will be recalled that Nnamdi Kanu fled Nigeria in 2017 and in June 2021, the Minister of Justice and the Attorney General of the Federation, Mr. Abubakar Malami-san, announced that the IPOB leader had been arrested and extradited to Nigeria. So since then, there have been different court appearances that have been scheduled for Nnamdi Kanu for him to answer to the charges that have been pressed against him by the federal government of Nigeria. The operatives of the DSS have failed consecutively to arraign the IPOB leader in court. But today, as you can see, according to people whom we have interviewed earlier, who claimed to have seen the IPOB leader, said he is in court and he is well. Earlier, we saw when journalists and lawyers were barred from accessing the courtroom, and then we also witnessed the arrival of some people believed to be government-sponsored hoodlums who came in with petrol bombs with the aim to disrupt the peace, but were arrested by security operatives through the help of journalists who were on ground. We also witnessed a scene where popular activist Omoyele Sowore was also harassed by operative of the Department of State Services. So we are still here now. We just spoke to the leader of Ohaneze Indigbo, the Apex Sociocultural Group for Igbos in Nigeria, who also told our reporters that they were barred from entering the courtroom. So even though the leader of the Ohanese told our correspondent that he did not see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he told us that he got pictures. And from some lawyers that he spoke to, the IPOB leader is in court and is well. He also expressed happiness that for once the IPOB leader was brought to court. So we are still here now. And very soon, we might be going on a short break. Please stay with us.
So, yeah, let's see what's going on. We will keep that going. So those are the media speaking. Let me just say, I think what we'll do, so I'm going to pull away from this now. I'm going to pull away from this. Let's bring that down here, bring myself onto the screen, and then we can talk for a few minutes. So that's me. So what I want to say now is yes, so Chukwueze is a great man indeed. And we're very grateful for you all joining us on this broadcast. We're going to just make sure let's just see if there's any updates that we can bring to your attention. If there is any, we will definitely bring it to your attention immediately, because we do not believe that, this should be something we should be silent about. Medicate what? Okay, that's somewhere else. So let's have a look at this now. So yeah, so in closing, before we go, we just want to bring to your attention that finally the courts they've now accepted that the family and friends and everybody who wish to see Nnamdi Kanu during the court and in the next court on the next court date, 10th of November, the 10th of November 2021. That the courts and the police and all of that, they should not be preventing people from going into the courts and supporting Nnamdi Kanu. That is what they've said now. But you see, you cannot trust anything said by this military junta, and that is exactly what they are. A military junta can decide at the last minute to do whatever. So we're only saying that that's what they've said so far. In reality, it may be a different thing. But we do know that Nnamdi Kanu was in court today, and finally he was able to speak to his counsel. Remember, his counsel was saying over an hour they were outside. They weren't allowed they didn't allow them to see him. They've now been allowed to see them. Ohaneze Ndigbo said the same thing, and it seems like they've all been able to see him. But next time, which is going to be the 10th of November, it might be a different matter. They might just still do the same thing. This is why, that's what I mean. A military junta can do anything. We are not a democracy. Very important we understand that. Very, very, very important. So now let's go and look at how we can put this out and make sure we do these things. It is not how we should be at all. It was refreshing then to see a lot of people singing, "Holy, holy, holy, Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another savior." Very, very good and heartwarming. We have to keep the spirit up. We need to go for Yoruba Nation, Biafra Nation, Middle Belt. We need to go. The South must break away from that contraption. And we say it again, the Fulanis, they are not from our parts. They come from Futajalon. We need to remind them, because the oppression has gone on long enough, and it's time we stood up and take back what is ours. We're not claiming their land. This is ours, Not for that. Yeah. Exactly. The crazy government, crazy government, crazy country. So somebody, Harry Joe said, how many times will they tell you guys zoo is not for? That country is an animal kingdom. What's difficult to give the people freedom if the zoo is not scared of the doom they will face if divine? Exactly. It's a crazy government, Samuel Afolabi. So these are the kind of discussions that we are having. We are grateful. Please continue to subscribe to us on Oduduwa TV Radio on YouTube. We are very, very grateful for your support. We will endeavor to bring as many programs and support the other platforms, Oduduwa TV Radio. Please, and also we are also on TikTok. On TikTok, we are currently known as the Real Oduduwa TV Radio. On TikTok, we are known as the Real Oduduwa TV Radio. We are working to ensure that those who actually have hijacked, if you like, the Oduduwa TV Radio name, that we're telling them that all of our platforms, you will not see any of our broadcasters on that Oduduwa TV Radio on TikTok, because we said specifically that we will be in control of our platforms and run that. and people can come on there. But if somebody else decides to go and take that over and try, no, it's not going to work. Our authenticity is very, very important. We speak truth to power, and we're not going to allow that to be used or misconstrued in any way, shape, or form. So we are grateful for your support here. We're thankful that many of you have joined us. What we want to say in all of this is this. Let's not forget, Oloye Sunday Igboho is still unwell in Benin. Professor Banji Akintoye is in Benin Republic, all because of the actions of this fraudulent governance. We are not a democracy. And of course, you see, Nnamdi Kanu is been illegally arrested via Kenya. Kenya has a lot of answers they have to provide a lot of answers. And of course, Omoyele Sowore, the guy, the man who they should have released a long time. There should be no reason why he should be restricted to staying in Abuja. But this is what I'm saying. We are not in a democracy. We need to know everything that you can see around about this governance shows that we are not a democracy, and they are trying to tell us we're in a democracy. When police are walking around with guns, they can beat you, they can kill you, and nothing will happen to them. That is not democracy. In a democracy, everybody will be held accountable, no matter how high a position you hold, even right up to the presidency. But as we speak now, we are not in the democracy, and that's a very important point to raise there. But I want to thank you all for joining us. When we get further updates, we will bring it to you. We will endeavor to bring you simultaneous broadcasts like this on YouTube. It's probably better when we're on Facebook. We will do simultaneous broadcasts on Facebook, and where we can, we'll do simultaneous broadcasts on YouTube as well. On the various platforms. Please don't forget to go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. We very much need your support. We're almost there in terms of being able to get the reach and be able to do certain things. So please go right now. If you haven't subscribed to Citizen AY on YouTube, go and do so right now. I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who's people who are working on the Oduduwa TV Radio, all of the people who have been working behind the scenes and doing a lot of work. We thank them very, very much, and we're truly appreciative. I've not been part of that of late because I had to take a step back on things and just let things settle a little bit. So do bear with me. I'm trying to do a few things, and sometimes in the winter months like this, the cold gets in my back, and once that happens, I have to adjust. So please, I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for your support. Please also go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, subscribe to Omobalano, subscribe to Lady Bess, subscribe to Yago, owned by that's run by Amotekun, subscribe to Omoboriowo. We are all here, and we will continue to speak truth to power. We must never relent. We will be watching. As soon as we get any updates, we'll bring it to you. You're watching, of course, on Oduduwa TV Radio. Thank you very much. Thank you, and talk soon. Thank you, and goodbye. Also, please, you're watching also on Citizen AY as we speak. Please subscribe. Go and subscribe. Before I go, I'll just give you a little hint about that. So those of you who are on YouTube, who was on Citizen AY, you'll be able to see us now. Go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube now. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back later on. Thank you, and goodbye. Thank you, and goodbye. Please don't forget to subscribe. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power, and of course on Oduduwa TV Radio, we stand on the truth. We stand on. Everything we do is about speaking truth to power. And also the currency that we deal in is truth. With the Sorosuke generation with evidence. So we thank you all. Thank you, and goodbye. Goodbye.